going to add a force, so go to the force tool, and I'm going to use the smooth virtual part.1 as the support, and notice it puts the symbol at that location, that point that we created. And that's why we created that point, was that we wanted to apply a force at a certain location rather than the centroid. And I'm going to apply 10,000 pounds of force in the x direction, 10,000 pounds of force in the y direction, and then negative 10,000 pounds in the z direction. And so if you zoom in, you'll see that we have the force that we want, and it's in the direction that we want. I've got a slight side force on it, and I want to delete my pivot.2 mechanism, and I want to replace that with a slider mechanism. I want to see how the beam behaves with the slight side force with a sliding mechanism. And I'm going to just change the values just to show you what happens. You change the value to 1 and it automatically changes the values in the Y field. So just be aware that it takes a couple times to get the values that you want. We want X to be 0, Y to be 1, and Z to be 0. And I'm going to recompute this. And then I'm going to select the von Mises stress view, and notice that we have the beam with that force applied, that slight side force. We've got quite a the beam slid quite a ways there, so I'm going to change the magnification or the deformation on that, the scaling factor. Now I'm going to animate it, and we can see the stresses that happen at the mesh as we apply the force. And that's how the sliding mechanism works rather than a pivot